Magandang umaga, tanghali, or gabi. Kung nasaan ka man parte ng mundo, welcome sa podcast na to. I wanna introduce to you one of the key figures of the famous Filipino cake shop dito sa Canada. Kung ready ka na? Tara ka na dyan. Let's welcome Miss Marie Nikki Mallari. Or you can call her Eminem. No, hindi. Huwag mo siya tawagin ka na.
Hello.
So, pakilala ka naman. Pakilala ka.
Hello. My name is Marie. Most of my clients call me Marie, but my friends call me Nikki. Yun lang. Welcome.
So, si Nikki, she's one of the key figure of this cake shop. It's called?
Sugar Blooms and Cakes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, they are based here in Winnipeg. Mas maganda siguro kung ikaw na magpakilala ng cake
I'm
shop
so,
niyo, diba?
oh my gosh, so awkward. Okay. I co-own Sugar Blooms and Cakes with my mom. We are on our 13th year of business. And yeah, and we're in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I don't know about the famous though.
No, okay maniwala dyan. Nakilala ko si Nikki as a humble person. Kahit sobrang sikat na, sobrang yaman na, she's still the same as ever. Still the humble Nikki that I know. So Nikki, just a little bit of background about you. Kasi this is gonna be, more about you.
Okay.
So, when did you move here in Canada?
2004. 2004.
2004. How old were you?
I was 14.
Wow.
Yeah.
14. Teka lang kakalkulitin ko. Okay, mas bata sa akin si Nikki.
Di nga.
Oo, mas bata ka sa
Talaga?
akin. Oo.
What year were you born?
1989.
You're 1 year older than me.
Oh, mas bata ka pa rin. Oh. Huwag natin sabihin yung edad natin. Okay na yung let's keep it sa who's older and who's younger. Oh. Kasi we're gonna be young, forever young, di ba?
That's true. That is very true.
That's our mindset. So Nikki, so 2004.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a long time, di
Yeah.
ba? 14 years old ka nung dumating dito. So your childhood, you spend it in the Philippines.
No.
Oh, no. Okay.
No.
All right.
No.
So this is going to be... So can you share that story with me and to our viewers?
I was born in the Philippines, and so were my brothers. So every time my mom would give birth, she would fly home. But we lived in Port Moresby, Papua New Guinea. It's like... it's a very small island in the Pacific, right by Australia. It's very small.
Oh, okay.
There were not many Filipinos out there. But it was a thriving city. It was the capital city of that country. But yeah, that was my childhood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were born sa Philippines. Ilang taon ka nung lumipat ka sa
Papua New Guinea.
Papua New Guinea?
1. I was 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you've never... Hindi ka talaga tumira sa
No.
Philippines? Okay, ibang guest na. Wala pa na itong alam sa Philippines eh. Joke lang yan. So, but you've been visiting Philippines back and forth diba?
We always visit. We always fly home during Christmas or like breaks.
Miski nung nandun pa kayo sa PPG, tawagin na natin PPG yung, PNG. PNG yung kasi ang hirap sabihin, nabubulol lang ako. Baka malaman ng ibang taong bulol ako. So, even nung nasa PNG kayo, nag-visit kayo all the time.
Yeah.
Kasi most of your families are in PNG.
Actually, we're the only family on both sides that lived abroad.
Oh,
Everyone
okay.
is still until now, everybody's still in the Philippines. So, it was always us going back home to the Philippines to visit. Yeah.
So, ano ang reason kung bakit nasa PNG kayo?
My dad got a job offer sa Don Bosco. So Don Bosco is like a school, and that's where he graduated to in the Philippines. He was a missionary teacher there, and then a year later he was able to get myself and my mom. My mom is also a teacher by profession.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so they both worked in Don Bosco, and then
Doon ba sila nagkakilala?
no.
Kasi
No, I don't think so. I'm not sure actually. So they were both teachers, and then eventually my dad moved on to a government job. So sila yung he's an engineer by profession. So sila yung they take care of all the electrical of the government buildings, so hospitals, etc., etc.
Oh, wow.
The si mom, when my the brother after me, so my second brother or first brother, I guess, was born, she didn't work anymore. She was a stay-at-home mom, yun. And then she started her cake journey from there.
When did she start her cake business?
Siguro
Sa
my
PNG?
brother he was so young. 2, 3, ganon.
Okay.
So a very long time ago. So I would say 1996.
Oh, so matagal na.
Matagal na, yeah.
So parang lumaki na talaga kayo in a sweet household.
Yeah, no, that's
Diba?
true. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, saan nakuha ng mom mo yung inspiration na maging
baker.
Baker.
Or she's always loved baking since she was little. Her aunties would always bake their cakes. I think it's just the way that she was brought up. And then even my memories of her growing up, she cooked our meals. Like we never got takeout. It was always home cooked meals, like from scratch.
The best, right? That's
yeah. If ever we go out for dinner, it would be like for a special occasion, but never like, just because. We didn't have DoorDash that time.
Of course, oo nga eh.
There was no skill.
Parang di ko na ma-imagine yung buhay natin dati ng pupunta ka pa, lalo na ako I grew up in the Philippines. So kung gusto kong kumain sa labas, we have to endure the grueling traffic sa
that's true.
Cavite kasi I'm from Cavite.
Okay.
I don't know if you know. And it's traffic all the time there.
Yeah.
Parang Manila kasi it's parang city na rin yun.
It's a big city. I've been there, yes.
Hindi kasi laki ng Manila.
Yeah.
Pero laging traffic.
That's true.
So pupunta ka sa isang restaurant, traffic. Diba?
Yeah.
Pero that's very nice na parang I can imagine yung household nyo na even though you're in a far away place from the Philippines, parang you're solid. Kasi sabi mo, di ba, konti lang ang Pilipino doon.
Konti lang. At that time, there was just konti lang talaga. So, yun. So, she built first it's like friends. And then the word spread, and then it got busier. But the main clients that time were not Filipinos.
The Gilians.
Not even. They were Pop ones. They were called Pop ones. Yeah.
Okay, Pop ones.
Mostly mga Australians, like the expats, Australians, yung mga Chinese, yung mga clients niya. And then it just got so big. Like, I remember the year we were leaving, First Lady would be ordering na, Governor General would be ordering na.
Wow.
So it was like, kind of blew up.
Wow.
Yeah.
It bloomed.
It bloomed. It
The sugar
bloomed.
Pero I think I know why kung bakit nag-click yung taste ng cakes nyo sa Canada. Kasi na-develop na siya to suit the taste of different ethnic groups.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Diba? So I
Yeah.
guess it all makes sense now. Kung bakit nyo nakuha lahat ng mga awards na to. We'll get to that later, yung mga awards ng Sugar Blooms, especially si Nikki, kung paano niya in-elevate ang status ng Sugar Blooms. Do you miss PNG?
I do miss it. But again, all my friends there, they all like migrated na to Philippines, Australia. So I don't think there's anybody left there within my friend group. But just like what I miss the most is the scenery. It's like tropical. There's mountains. Parang Philippines,
Pero smaller.
It's smaller, yeah.
No traffic.
No traffic.
Oh,
Maybe
okay.
now, I feel like now it's good. It'll be busier just because things have developed over the years. Pero yun lang.
May mga volcanoes ba doon?
Yeah.
Marami.
Yeah, up
So I would
north
say,
there would
anong
be
kalaban ng mga tiga PNG? Like yung
Like
mga
climate?
disasters, mga
earthquakes,
the usual.
typhoons, yeah.
The usual
Yeah.
tropical country na problems. Oh, okay.
What I don't miss, it's not a very safe place. Like the Papuans, they're similar to here. Like they live in poverty if they didn't elevate their life or whatever, or go to school or whatnot. They're very simple people. So there's a lot of like crime that would happen. More so now, I feel like mas madaming tao, so there's like more crime going on. Yeah.
I'm just curious. Kasi there's cannibals in PNG, di ba?
There are, yeah. If you go to like the remote areas, that that don't have much like development in them. There still are.
There, oh,
There
okay.
still are, yeah.
What's the thing that you love the most with PNG?
I loved the beaches. They're beautiful. The people, I mean, if you meet the right people, they're very warm. Yun. And just like my friends growing up, like until now we're very close, but just our childhood was it was so fun.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was so, despite like our circumstances, it's not like here where you're free to roam around, you're free to bike down the street. It wasn't anything like that. It was still very like you're within your compound because
Yeah.
it was safe that way. Like our fences had barbed wire just to protect us. But even if we were within like that compound of a space, it was just so much fun.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kasi di ba nag-visit ka sa Philippines, don't you have that feeling sometimes na, oh, I wish we can stay here. Especially nung bata ka. Do you have that feeling? Kasi di ba, bakasyonista ka nun, laro, and it's the holidays. So, do you
Yeah.
ever have that feeling?
Oh yeah, until now.
Okay.
Until now.
Do you feel like you've missed out?
A lot, yes. Especially like my cousins, yung I can see them, they've all grown up together and they're very close, and I did not grow up with them. So just yung sometimes it's hard to place myself, but then again they're family, so it'll
They
just
try to make
click.
ways to
Yeah.
include you, di ba?
But yeah, definitely missed out on a lot. Yeah.
So kaya palang galing mo mag-English. English ba ang
English.
first language sa,
English.
sa PNG?
Yeah.
Okay,
You know,
so
the
English
only
ang
reason why I know Tagalog, because there's TFC in PNG. And when I moved here to Canada, yung mga friends ko, lahat sila bagong dating. And they did not know how to speak English very well.
Okay.
So I had to learn how to speak Tagalog. And they would teach me. And
So
they're great.
Anong high school ka? Wait, 14 years old. Hindi
So
kasi ako
like
nag-high school
middle
dito
school, grade 8.
Grade 8 ka
Grade
nun.
8.
So that's good na na marami kang na-meet na bagong dating din. Kasi you almost have the same feeling kasi bagong dating rin. Ang difference lang is ikaw, magaling ka mag-English agad.
That's true.
Sila yung nag-a-adjust, di ba? Pero syempre pag naka-break kayo, ikaw yung kailangan mag-adjust sa kanila. Kasi di naman sila mag-i-English pag outside school,
Ako
di ba?
yung Englishera na yung friend.
Oh, okay.
Usually pag to say like we're all in a conversation and somebody speaks English from another sasabihin na, anong sinabi niya? I-translate mo nga.
Kaya nung una, napaisip ako, dito ba pinanganak si Nikki? I know, dito ba siya pinanganak? Kasi magaling mag-English, may accent eh. So yun, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So walang native language
They
ang
did.
PNG?
So their native language is Pidgin.
Okay.
Para rin siyang broken English. And they have many dialects depending on what province
Sample
you're from.
na Fijian?
Pidgin, like for example, I don't even know, my gosh. I have to think.
Oh, sige. Okay. Catch me off guard kapag
Okay.
bigla mo
Okay, for example, like you'll say, like our house Mary or like our kasambayahan. Is that how you say it in Tagalog?
kasambahay.
So she only speaks Pidgin. She doesn't really understand English. So we know very basic. So for example, I'll say, Auntie Jenny, it's time to eat. And then she won't respond. So I'll say, Auntie Jenny, you kai now, because kai is eat.
Kai. Oh,
Kai
okay.
now. Or kai na, that means we're gonna eat now.
M.
Yeah.
You're just gonna add M.
Yeah.
We are.
Uh-huh.
Oh, kai.
Kai is eat.
Parang parang may pagka-Tagalog yung
I don't know. Kinda.
I mean parang pwede siyang dialect ng Filipino. Fast forward, nakapag-move ka na sa Canada, ano yung fondest memory mo nung bagong dating ka rito as a individual na nag-a-adjust pa lang?
Fondest memory?
Or challenging.
Okay. I think the biggest memory I would have is we were able to walk like from the apartment to school. It was just normal. It was safe. You didn't have to worry that you're gonna be robbed or jumped or whatever. Yun.
Wow.
Yun talaga. That was like the biggest adjustment and realization na we're not in a third world country. We're actually in like a first world country now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Saan area ba kayo lumipat dito sa
Maples.
Winnipeg? Sa
Maples.
Oh, kaya.
Yeah. No, Maples is
Kasi
like
ako-
not mayaman.
No. I'm just saying, kasi ako, when I move here, ang unang place namin tinirahan is downtown.
Oh, okay.
So, like, parang it's the other way around yung feelings ko na, parang mas safe pa sa Cavite ah. Or dahil kasi may takot din ako na yung rules dito na kapag nakipag-away ako baka ma-deport ako or alam mo yung ganun siguro.
Yeah.
Pero I've seen a lot of there's homelessness and unfortunately there's poverty sa downtown. Doon mo talaga siya makikita. And I'm not taking anything away from your experience. Pero living in the Maples, that's such a nice area. That's a different area from downtown. And I don't know kung ano yung experience mo sa PNG. So, like you said, I think there's a lot of violence and crimes there.
Yeah. Especially if you're not from there. So we are not from there. We're expatriates.
Okay.
Or, expats. So like, for example, we have to be home before the sun goes down. Kasi kung hindi, like, there's always guaranteed. There's always someone na nakaabang dun sa gate.
Parang The Purge, no? May oras.
Yeah, really, really.
Oh,
and
really?
like,
Wow.
we can't freely walk outside, especially if you're a woman. You can get raped, you can get jumped, you can get kidnapped. Like, that's very normal. And it doesn't matter what area you are in within the city. It doesn't matter at all.
Parang sounds crazy pala sa
Yeah.
PNG.
I mean, you get used to it. You're just more aware of like your surroundings. But
So, meron ka bang na-feel na discrimination doon? Kasi lahat naman kayo from different parts of the world. So, parang hindi rin...
in PNG? No.
Wala rin.
No.
Oh, okay.
Not here, yes.
Okay, alright.
But
So,
not in PNG.
okay. I-share mo naman yung discrimination mo naramdaman. Kasi, yan yung magandang i-share sa mga sa mga viewers natin.
Of course, you can't avoid it. I just look at it like this. Like, this is not my native land, and people are entitled to their own opinions, and just have to be like, okay, if you don't like me because of my race, then it's fine. That's your opinion, and that's that. I'm not gonna like
take it to heart
or anything like that, because parang waste of time sa akin. Yun lang yun.
Parang nakikita ko na like how you talk right now, yung mindset mo pa lang nung bata ka, you've been shaped to be strong. Ang rami mo na agad na challenges na na-meet nung nasa PNG ka no? So, kasi I've talked to a lot of people, and some people, when they experience discrimination, yung parang galit na galit sila, na parang di nila matanggap na, ganito ba rito sa Canada, na sa Philippines kasi ganito ako, na parang, kasi to be honest, like almost, I would say 80%, maybe 60 to 80% nang nag-move from Philippines to Canada, they have money.
Yeah.
Diba? It's really hard to move here kung you're in the low-income family, diba? There's a possibility, I'm not taking that away, pero I would say most, especially nung time ng immigration natin, diba? That's how it is.
Yeah, I've seen that, definitely. Yung mga classmates ko sa Papua New Guinea, like, okay, just a backstory, like I went to an international school only because my dad had really great benefits at work. That's the only reason why we could afford that school. If anything, we could not afford that school. Yun lang. So my classmates were like...
Sure, Nikki.
No, really. My classmates were, yung mayaman sila. The rich Chinese businessmen, they send their kids to school there. The mga anak ng mga ambassador. The son of the ambassador of India was my classmate from kindergarten hanggang grade 7. So, like, may kaya sila. But I feel like maybe because siguro, since we were all living in this third world country, it didn't matter if they were rich and we were not. Like, we were just middle class or whatever, because they never made me feel that way. But I did recognize it growing up. Like, my rich Chinese classmates would have, like, there's a latest Pocahontas Barbie noon where you put her in the sun and then you can see the sparkling leaves or whatever. I really wanted that, but we couldn't afford that.
Sorry guys.
There's a fly.
Tayong bisita.
He wants the cake.
Unahan mo pa kami. Yes, sorry to interrupt. Ikaw mag-sorry ka.
So yun, I really wanted that, but we could never afford anything like that, and it was not available to us or to like my family and I. But my classmates never made me feel na, oh, you're so poor, you can't. If anything, they would share. I remember there was one girl in my class. Siya ang pinakamayaman talaga. As in, they owned so many grocery stores within the city. She gave, like, and I don't know, maybe she saw me as a poor girl, or I don't know, whatever. She would always like share her stickers, her toys. I'd be invited to her birthdays dun sa mansion nila. And I'd be like, yeah, sure.
Wow.
For me, like, if it's free, why not?
Okay, so going back dun sa paglipat nyo sa Canada and you feel the good change na you're able to walk sa street nang hindi mo isipin yung titingin ka sa likod mo, baka merong sumusunod sa'yo. So, anong mga feelings nyo nun as a family na parang, I think we made the right decision?
I feel like maybe the first few months, no. Of course, malungkot. We're by ourselves here. We had friends that also moved from PNG to Winnipeg. So that helped a lot. But of course, it's like, it's just us, walang family. We're starting off
from zero.
My dad had a hard time finding a job within his field. Like, you really had to start from the bottom.
Yeah.
Talaga. So it was a big adjustment. And then we didn't live in a house. We had to live in an apartment. So yun.
Paano kayo nga pala nakapag-decide na, okay, let's pack our bags, let's go to Canada? Kasi there's so many places where you can move.
Yeah, that's true.
Right?
That's
Bakit
true.
Canada?
Well, that time, when my parents decided, grade 7 na ako. So after grade 8, it's either I go to high school, dun sa high school doon, most people send their kids back to the Philippines to study, high school hanggang university, or they send them to Australia. If we were to go back to the Philippines, ayaw nila mom. I mean, the life in the Philippines it's hard,
Yeah.
You have to start, it's hard. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Kung sa Australia naman, it'll just have to be me. Because we can't just it'll be very expensive. And my mom didn't want us to be separated. And I was so young that time. Like, they're going to send me to boarding school. She wasn't comfortable with that idea. So, nag-decide sila, let's move to a place na pwede tayong lahat pumunta. And it just so happened that there are friends from PNG that moved to Winnipeg already that said na Winnipeg is kind of like PNG. It's very laid back. It's a small town. It's not like Toronto or Vancouver, this like big city or what. And it's like family-oriented. Ang downfall lang, yung winters.
Ano yung winter? Problema sa winter? Not bad naman ang winter natin
Now it's not
dito.
bad, but back in the day.
So yung winter, di ba? Alam ko, yun yung pinaka-challenging dito sa Winnipeg. A lot of people will be complaining about it. Mahirap talaga. Kahit anong mangyari, mahirap talaga.
Yeah.
Mahirap talaga. Yun yung downside ng staying here in the prairies.
Yeah.
If you can choose the place where you're gonna be moving, saan mo gustong
Winnipeg.
Winnipeg pa rin.
Winnipeg is home, definitely.
Wow.
I consider like maybe we'll move to Calgary or maybe we'll move, but then it's always back. No, I'm staying in Winnipeg.
Ano yung favorite part mo sa Winnipeg?
I say the people. The people talaga. It really is friendly Manitoba as on our
Totoo yan. Totoo. Nasa license plate namin
really,
yan, guys.
It really is. Like, even when you travel, like, within Canada, you start to compare, like, my my mom always says to, like, our relatives or friends who, like, want to come to visit, she says, Winnipeg is not the most prettiest or beautiful place, but you come for the beautiful people.
Wow.
Yeah. Like us.
Susulat ko nga yun. That's true.
Which is true.
That's true.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's a small city. It's home.
It's home, yeah.
Kahit saan ako pumunta, kahit saang country or any other provinces besides Manitoba, parang alam mo yun, yung pagkabalik mo sa Winnipeg, after mo ng land ng airport, nagda-drive ka na sa Route 90.
It's true.
It's nice to be home.
It's true. It's diba? So true.
Paano tayo nakapunta sa Sugar Blooms, di ba? Nakalipat na kayo sa Canada. Was it an easy transition for your family na mag-start ng business?
Oh no, it was not. When we moved here, it's always been on my mom's mind. Like, I want to open up a bakery. I want to open up a storefront kind of thing. But, syempre, bagong dating, you need to start from somewhere. So, they both had to work. So, my mom worked at a call center.
Okay.
My dad, I don't even remember what my dad's first job was. But it took time. I would say mga 5 years then till, like, After 5 years, my mom asked my dad or sat him down, if you're not going to support me, I won't go through with it.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
go through with going back to teaching. But if you will support me, she'll let go of teaching and then she will do it full time na. So my dad said, yeah, if that's your dream, let's do it. So yun.
Palakpakan natin yung
Woohoo!
daddy ni Nikki. Mga lalaki talaga.
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Yeah.
Tatapusin ko na lang. Baka nung pamasa, baka magbuhat ako ng bangko ko eh. Okay. Anong year nag-open ang Sugar Bloom?
2011. But leading up to that, it was a lot of planning. We were just very lucky. And my mom always says this. When they were starting Sugar Blooms, we were just lucky that our business advisor, so RBC, was like so helpful. He gave us so many resources, information,
Pera?
grants, not even just the money. Like our loan was not very big that they gave us, but like grants. Like since our first building was on Selkirk Avenue, it's like considered inner city, West End inner city. It was also my mom's first business, so the government gave us a grant that they would pay the down payment to the building.
It's not a loan.
It's not a loan for as long as you operate. For as long as your business is viable for 5 years.
Wow.
So like you just had to make sure that you were open for that amount of time.
Sa experience namin, pag-start ng business, like yung planning, pagkuha ng permit, it's really tough dito sa Canada.
Yeah.
And that's gonna lead to my next question. Ano yung mas mahirap mag-start ng business? Sa PNG or dito sa...
Here.
Oh, so mas mahirap dito.
Yeah.
PNG ba? Kunyari, may vision ka na, I wanna start a business. I have this money. I can start it like that.
Yeah. Parang Philippines.
Parang Philippines. Oh,
walang
okay.
rules. Walang...
Oh, wow.
Walang gano'n.
Yun yung namimiss ko sa Philippines eh.
Here, Canada is very strict.
Yeah, very strict.
Especially if you're in the food industry. Oh my God.
Exactly. I have
like permits upon permits and like you're waiting for that last signature, hindi mo makuha.
Yeah. Permits, health inspection,
plumbing, electrical. May isa pa eh. There's like 5. I don't remember anymore.
Parang feeling mo, sobra-sobra na yung hinihingi nila eh, no?
It's like, I just want to open a bakery.
Gano'ng katagal yung planning? Ewan ko naalala mo. You're probably in high school that? No.
Oh, I was in university.
Oh.
I was very far from what I'm doing now.
Okay, so then let's get into that. That's gonna be a good discussion. Ito yung mahalaga sa kwentuhan natin.
My degree is in biology, microbiology, pre-chiropractics. I wanted to be a chiropractor at some point in my life.
Buti naman at umabot ka sa part na to. Thank you for watching this video. And kung nag-e-enjoy ka, please pa-share and like and subscribe sa lahat ng social media platforms mo. Sa Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and also we have audio listening sa Spotify. And of course, kung meron kang kakilala or ikaw mismo ay merong interesting story or you wanna inspire other people, I wanna meet you. So please message me in my Facebook page or email me at tarakenadyan@gmail.com. I wanna see you in the future and please keep on watching.
My life. So that was what I was working towards throughout not even high school, like high school and then university. Because I worked for a chiropractor since high school. I feel like that environment that I was in really influenced me in a very positive way.
While you were in high school, nag-work ka?
Yeah, nag-work ako.
So just a side note, guys. Dito sa Canada, we are lucky na kahit na nasa high school ka pa lang, you can find a job.
Yeah, you have to just
16
be...
years. Tama ba 16 years? 14 years old, I think.
Before, but now I think it's
16
16.
16
Parang
years old.
ganon.
Oh, 16 years old. Pwede ka nang mag-work.
Yeah. And that was the uso. Like 16, you're grade 11. Everybody, like, it's a big thing. Like you're an outcast if you don't have a job. Diba? So everybody was working. So I was working
mga jobs
part-time.
mo nun?
I worked at Tim Hortons for like a year or 6 months, something like that. It was very close to my house. So I would just walk.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. After school, on the weekends, those were my shifts.
Hindi na nag-aaral si Nikki kasi matalino na eh.
No.
na lang.
Oh, no. And then, it just so happened my dad was seeing the chiropractor and he was looking for looking for a receptionist at that time. And then I became a patient, and then he just said, Marie, are you working? I'm like, yes. And then he's like, okay, how much do you make at Tim Hortons? I'm like, minimum. I didn't know what he was going to ask me. He's like, I really like your energy, and you really you're very, sabi niyo, literate, like the way I speak or whatever. I want to hire you. So sabi ko, but I'm in school. No, part-time. I'll pay you way more than what.
Is he Filipino?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Dr. Gil.
Oh, okay, Dr. Gil.
No, I owe a lot to Dr. Gil. He was a very hard boss to work for, only because he wants the best for his patients.
Oh, okay.
He's very down to earth. It wasn't about the money anymore. It was really, he just cared about his patients, and he wanted us to parang uphold those values in sa clinic niya. So he was the one who really taught me like work ethic, how to present myself, how to talk in front of a crowd, kind of thing.
I'm pretty sure Dr. Gil, Dr. Gil or Gil?
Gil.
Dr. Gil's probably kicking himself. Kasi ikaw sana siguro yung prodigy niya.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Magtutuloy ng business niya. It's okay. Kasi family first, right? Family first. You're almost done with your microbiology?
Yeah, so I did graduate. No, actually, no. I was still in school when we opened Sugar Blooms. I had one more semester. Tapos, when I graduated, I applied for chiropractic school.
Yeah.
And the school that I wanted to go to was all the way in Atlanta, Georgia, because it was the best school.
Wow.
But my parents were very worried. One, because I'd be far away from them. Two, we would have to remortgage our house because it's so expensive.
Oh,
like my
Kasi
tuition would
you
be.
can't afford. Hindi ka po pwedeng mag-student loan if you're not
You
a
could,
US citizen.
but it's not enough. Because since I was a Canadian, so I'd be an international student, it would be more expensive for me to, like the tuition and the living expenses, etc. So all in all, for a 4-year like chiropractic program, I would probably be in like $200,000 in debt, more or less. It's
US
very
dollar? Canadian.
Canadian.
Wow.
It's very expensive.
So, is that a factor kung ba't hindi mo?
No, it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
No, my parents were prepared because I've been telling them like throughout university, like this is what I want to do. My mom and I even flew to the school for an open house and like things were all set. So yun, when I graduated from UW, I submitted my application and then I got accepted.
You got accepted?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But
so what
I
year
wasn't.
Was this?
2012.
When you just opened, 2013 inopen yung Sugar
2011.
Bloom. 2011.
So it's already been like a year or something.
Yeah.
In between, I was helping at the store, at the bakery, but just like storefront stuff. Nothing like in the in the back. No. But when I got that acceptance letter, I was not excited. It wasn't like, oh my god, I got it. It was kind of like, what? I got in, like parang iba yung feeling ko.
Parang reality
I feel
sinks
like,
in.
So it was at that point where sabi ko sa sarili ko, I don't think my heart is in it.
Yeah.
Although I worked so hard towards this goal, in the end, parang talaga, diba? So that time, or at that point, I decided maybe I meant to stay. Parang maybe this is God's way of telling me na it's not for you.
Oh, okay.
I guess.
Yeah.
So yun, although I didn't tell anybody, not even my parents, not even my best friend.
Nakuha mo na yung letter of acceptance.
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
So then, one weekend, it was so busy at the bakery. Sabi ni mom, i-decorate mo nga yung cake na yon. I've never decorated a cake in my life. I know how to do like basic things like ensaymada or whatever, you know. I know how to do POS, ganon. Serve customers, but not decorate a cake. And when I did, I fell in love. Like, it was, I mean, it sounds cliche, but it was magical to me. It was the most magical experience I could like describe. It was challenging because I didn't have the skill to do it, but I was so proud of myself.
Do you still have the picture of that cake na
I do.
Mo?
I do.
Nakapaskil ba sa
No, it's not. No.
Okay.
I should, but I was very proud of myself that I was able to do something like that without any like prior training or anything like that. So then I'm
innate.
like,
So that's probably your innate
I feel
talent,
like
no?
maybe at some point, maybe. So yun, to sabi ko, I went home and I'm like, maybe this is what I am meant to do. And then I took the plunge. I told my parents that evening, like, I got accepted, but I'm not going anymore. And my mom said, "Hi, salamat."
You know, kasi ano eh, nag-aantay ako sabihin mo na magagalit yung mom mo.
No.
Kasi para ano eh, kasi it would be a nice discussion dahil as Filipinos, our upbringing, especially the traditional moms and dads, they want their kids to become a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse, an architect, like those kind of traditional jobs. I guess sa family nyo, I would say maybe it's different kasi
it is.
Your mom and your dad, they've been doing business for the longest time, and you said that meron kayong how many parts Chinese ka?
1/16th?
1/16?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, but you still have the Chinese blood in you. And Chinese are great businessmen and businesswomen. So, I think it runs in your blood. Talaga.
And also, like, my parents are very open-minded. They're not traditional at all. They are strict in the sense na I was not allowed to go out. I was not allowed to sleep over. Yung ganon. But in terms of like overall, hindi sila, they're very open-minded. Yeah.
Kasi na-imagine ko kanina na sasabi mo sa akin, yung mom ko, yung dad ko, di na ako kinausap ng 1 linggo kasi masama loob nila na hindi ako nagtuloy sa doctorate ko. Just kidding. Pero
but they were very happy.
Yeah, that's how it is, di ba? Yung traditional na parents.
Yeah. They were so happy. They were so relieved. And then next thing you know, my mom's like enrolling me in a cake decorating
just like
course.
That, no?
Just like that. Yeah. So she sent me, at that time, there was this very famous cake school in Pennsylvania, USA.
USA pa rin, no? Sa USA.
And it would be my first time to travel by myself. She said, my teacher at that time, there are two, Macy Parrish, she's from the UK. Her specialty is fondant figurines.
Oh, okay.
The same, parang 3-day class yung sa kanya. The next 3 days, si Handy, I don't know how to pronounce his last name. Handy Mula something. No, not Handy Moore.
Not Handy Moore. Okay.
So he is a very world-renowned cake artist, and he's known for like topsy-turvy cake structures. So he was going to be teaching in the same school within that week. So I was in Pennsylvania for like a week and a half by myself. Like, she just threw me in, like, you're taking these classes.
Really? So, a week and a half lang yung the whole, yung sessions mo with them. And then the full day?
Whole day. It would go on. So, it would be like 8-hour sessions, but since we're like, sometimes mag-extend sila. I remember one class I did the following year naman with, I forgot her name now, Maggie Carter. She's also from Australia. We did this, like, 3D crocodile cake. And it was my first time to do something like that. My classmates, they had the skill and I did not have the skill. I kid you not, it was like a 16-hour day kasi hindi ko makuha. And I was like, I don't know. Wala talagang tulugan. Tapos I asked her, can I please take it back to my hotel room and keep on working on it? Because I didn't want to be left behind the following day. Yung ganon.
That dedication, grabe.
My God, ang hirap.
So,
it was so hard.
Sa class na to, pwede kang bumagsak talaga?
Oh, yeah. If you don't finish.
And then, once you finish this class, you'll get a certificate.
You get a certificate. Yeah. Also, it was, I was telling my mom one time, I'm like, I'm glad that you pushed me to do those classes because it definitely broadened my horizon or broadened my world because my classmates, they're like Food Network judges now. They do this for a living. They teach around the world. Yung mga ganun na level. Wow. Yung mga teachers ko, just the connections that I made within those classes, like it was so valuable until now. Na I can say, oh, he was my teacher. Oh, she was my teacher, or she was my mentor. Yung ganon. So that was the best decision I think my mom ever made for me.
Ibang klase rin, no? Kapag talagang ang bilis ng mom mo sa sa pag-decide ng, okay, malis ka na.
Yeah,
diba,
go learn.
Sabi mo, di ba, nung lilipat ka sa Australia for high school, parang they're very worried and cautious na magiging mag-isa ka, tapos mag-aaral ka for chiropractor. hindi rin sila sigurado. Tapos yung siya pa yung nag-book ng ng flights and everything. Malamang wala kang binayaran doon.
Wala. No, it was all my
just
parents
go.
that showed. Just go. Just go and learn.
Just go and learn.
Yeah.
And then when you come back here, help with the business.
That's true.
Okay, so anong year nung natapos ka ng is it the same year? 2000?
It's literally the same year, 2012. So,
Nakuha mo yung
2011.
acceptance
Chiropractic.
sa chiropractor.
Yeah.
Pero dinecline mo.
Dinecline ko.
And then you told your parents.
And then
they following that, you went to anong
so it was called Mother of Cakes. It was in Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
That was the
all
school.
in 1 year.
All in 1 year. So it was really a whirlwind of like, I feel like I didn't even get a time period to adjust.
Yeah.
It was just like, okay, let's do this kind of thing.
Parang wala kang time para yung i-absorb yung nangyari na parang, cake decorator na ako ngayon.
Yeah, okay.
Just like that. After 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So pagbalik mo sa Winnipeg, work ka na agad.
Work, yeah. It was work, and I remember that time. So that was like April-ish. Na-invite na kami dun sa Manitoba Museum. They had like this event that they were doing. So they asked us for a donation. Can you make a cake? Circus theme, ganon. I just had taken a really cool class. I can make a topsy-turvy cake. So I made it like super bongga.
Okay.
Because the other bakeries that were there,
parang competition siya?
Hindi naman. Like, so you bring the cake and then the public will bid if they, like, it's for auction, and then proceeds will go to whatever charity Children's Museum was going to give it to. So, like, the bakeries that were in it, they were like big time na.
Okay.
And they're still open until today. So I go, shoot, I'm like the newbie. Like, we're the newbie bakery. Like, okay, so we gotta like make it bonga. We really did. And then when we delivered it, my gosh, ako pa nahiya kasi ako yung pinaka-bongga.
Okay. Well, that's what you need, right?
Yeah.
Kasi if you're the smallest person in the group, the room, you need to make it big. You need to be loud.
That's true. Then that year,
did you made an impression? So what can
I feel like we did, because that same year, so that's April-ish, summer, and then it was fall. Usually in the fall, Seven Oaks Foundation throws this like big gala. It's like their, I guess, fundraising gala. And they made it's called One Sweet Affair. I don't think they do it anymore. I feel like we were like the last year that they did. So they invite bakeries, and it's a competition.
Okay.
So they set guidelines, like this is the theme. It has to be 4 feet tall, whatever. And then you had like a tasting cake for the judges, ganon. And then the judges are like local, I don't know, celebrities, I guess you would call them. Like the guy from Winnipeg Free Press. There's this chef from Top Chef or whatever.
Okay.
Ganon. So I joined. My mom joined twice previous years on just her. And then for the year that I started, she said, no, my daughter will join on my behalf. Okay, sabi ko. And same thing, the same bakeries na big names in the city na hindi Filipino, puro mang puti. So I'm like, okay, am I really going to do this? But okay, fine, sure. So we made this cake, and I had no expectation. And then I saw that one bakery, she had posted a preview, like a sneak peek. And it was like because it was Halloween theme. So it was a zombie, it was 3D, it was so cool. It's like, Mom, parang my heart sank, parang talo na ako. There is no hope in me like winning. Just no, it's okay. Like, it's just to get our name out there, ganon, just have fun, whatever. Okay. So we go to the venue, deliver this cake, judging happens. There's two awards. There's People's Choice and Judge's Choice. So the judges come, whatever, they do whatever, and then dinner starts. So the program starts. So I'm seated by myself with like these group of doctors. Tas ito na, announce the winners. So first is People's Choice. And si ano pa nun nag-host eh, Ace Burpee?
Okay.
He was like the host of this whole thing. So then he calls our name, Sugar Blooms. And I said, and at first I didn't hear.
Yeah.
And the lady next to her, she's like, that's
you.
And I'm like, really? So I go up on stage, I get my award, whatever, go sit back down. So now it's Judge's Choice. And like, well, there's no way we're going to win this because judges, like, I was up against head pastry chef ng Fort Garry, yung head ng Assiniboine Pavilion, like really top
big names.
big names talaga. And then they called my name again.
Wow.
And I'm like,
Hinakot ni Nikki.
what the heck?
That's crazy.
So yeah, that was really crazy. So then at that point, my mom was like, I feel like you have something. Like, it's going to work. It's really going to work. Like, this is where you're meant to be.
Yeah.
And then after that, sunod-sunod na. Sunod-sunod na yung blessings,
Yung
projects. Yeah.
Just for our viewers, Nikki is the main decorator for Sugar Blooms. And once you see her work, her art.
Art, yeah.
It was crazy. Lalo nitong mga past few weeks, yung mga pranks niya, yung mga normal items sa bahay na ginagawa niyang cake na, it was amazing. Let's go forward to your biggest achievement. When you were on TV.
Yeah.
Can you share the story about that?
Yeah.
Anong year yun?
2022.
2022.
Is where, so we were on the Food Network. We competed on the Big Bake and we won that episode or that competition. And yeah, that is the biggest highlight of my career right now.
Yeah,
is
that
the Food
show
Network win.
Aired in whole Canada.
Canada, US.
Canada and US.
Canada, US,
Oh,
Mexico, and the UK.
Oh, wow. Tingnan
Yeah.
niyo naman.
Yeah, it was insane. It was so crazy.
Diba, that's
It was
crazy.
so crazy. Yeah.
So after nung anong year ulit? 2022.
2022.
So that's the pandemic, right?
Yeah, so pandemic was just like finishing off.
Oh,
When
okay.
we filmed, it was still pandemic. So we had to take precautions, of course. Like we had to isolate for 4 days, and then on set, when we were not filming, we had masks and face shields. But of course, when we were filming, we had to take that off. But yeah.
Nung pandemic, anong na-experience ng
Bakery?
ng bakery nyo?
I hate to say this out loud because I know a lot of businesses really suffer.
No, it's okay. Sige, sabihin mo. Ingitin mo sila.
We thrived.
You thrive.
We thrived
You
during
elevated
COVID. We
yourself.
thrive. We did not expect to be so busy. We did not expect. But then now looking back, I feel like people were stressed and it was eating cake and sweets. It was their way of like relieving that stress with whatever changes were going on in the world. Yeah.
Kaya ako natanong din is a lot of your projects involves celebrations.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, not much
Yes.
weddings, not much big birthday
Yes.
celebrations, retirement party. So ngayon, yung sales nyo nung pandemic, it's just the regular cakes or you're still accepting specialty cakes?
So that's a good question. So during the pandemic, of course, we couldn't do the big wedding cakes or whatever. So we had to think differently. So I wanted to bring out some sort of in-between. It wasn't a fully customized cake, but it was a little bit special, so design-wise. So I copied DQ. You know how DQ you can go in and like they have SpongeBob or Unicorn or Spider-Man or whatever. Yung ganon. So I did that. I made 6 designs that I would think would sell well. So unicorn, flowers, cars, something like that. And that's what I put out, and we called them celebration cakes. So if they wanted something that was different or like more decorated, they would go for the celebration cake. And it clicked until now.
Pero yung mga celebration cakes na yan, may design, pero you still have your original flavors.
Yes.
Ano bang mga original flavors nyo?
So our best seller is the ube makapuno cake.
Ito ba yun?
Yeah.
Okay.
This was what we use sa Food Network. Yeah, yun.
Ano pa yung mga ibang flavors nyo?
Mango peach would be next. Creme brulee is up and coming. Those 3. Tas kung non-Filipino na flavor, chocolate fudge.
Oh, okay. Because me personally, I love the creme brulee ever since na rin-release niya. Kasi di ba you released that later?
Yeah.
Kasi before, it's always ube makapuno for me. Hands down. Yan yung lagi kong bibilhin. Pero dun lumabas yung creme brulee. Creme brulee na lang. And then we met other ethnic groups nung pumunta kami sa bakery nyo before. And then we've been talking to them, we've been interviewing them, and there is a lot of non-Filipino customers ng Sugar Blooms.
Yeah, it grew through the years.
Yeah, so that's why I want to acknowledge you and the whole team na you're bringing in other cultures para ma-recognize yung panlasang Pinoy.
Thank you naman.
Yung lasa ng sweets ng Pilipino, and they love it.
Yeah.
They love it. I know na ang sweet talaga, it doesn't speak any other
Yeah.
language. There's no borders. Everyone loves it. Pero you guys, you bring in like other culture para magustuhan yung ating ano, di ba?
Well,
Yung ating panlasa natin. Pero I guess kahit sabi ko kanina ang PNG, yung PNG kasi parang pinractice yata yung ano, yung taste buds ng mom mo para to accommodate every other cultures. So I think that's one of the biggest advantage for your bakery, especially ng mom mo kasi yung experience niya sa baking. And then like I said kanina, in-elevate mo pa. Kumbaga your mom, she perfected the taste, you elevated the look.
The look, yeah. Yeah, that's a good way
Diba?
of saying
Kasi like yung kapag talaga nakita nyo, you know what? Why don't you invite our viewers to check your socials?
Yeah. So Instagram is Sugar Blooms and Cakes. Facebook is the same thing. I think we're on just 2. So Instagram at Sugar Blooms and Cakes. That's Facebook, Sugar Blooms and Cakes.
Kasi right now with all the social media, and thank you for plugging in your para makita ng ibang tao yung work mo. Kasi sayang naman, it's a work of art like I said. Tapos, so ang rami nang naka-tune in sa social media and ang dami na rin competition.
Yeah.
Do you feel the same way?
In Winnipeg, no. The market is so big. The market is definitely so big that there's more than enough business for everybody.
So there's still a lot of
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Meron ka bang pwedeng i-advise sa yung mga may balak na magtayo ng business nila? It doesn't have to be a bakery, a bake shop. Anyone that wants to start their own business. Kasi dito sa Canada, it's very free. It might be hard to start your own business, but there's a capacity.
Yeah, it definitely is hard. I think advice would be do your research. Don't be afraid to like keep on learning. Even if you have your business, like always keep on learning. Don't stop learning. There's always ways to improve. There's always ways to like make it better, you know? And be prepared to work 24/7, 7 days a week. No, I'm kidding. Not really. But
Not really.
But really.
Can you elaborate
I
what
feel
you
like
meant
through
sa
the
24/7?
years, of course, when you're starting, you do everything. But we have learned that don't be afraid to hire people to expand your team, because how can you grow your business if you yourself don't have the manpower to delegate and expand and grow. So don't be afraid to hire and train. I feel like that might be one of the biggest challenges in owning a business, is just finding the right team, like the dream team.
Yeah. And keeping them.
And keeping them. Yeah, and keeping them. That's definitely, yeah. So that was, like, before my mom and I, even my mom, like, she was there from closing, or opening till closing, till after. And then I was there. Sometimes I would sleep at the bakery. Kasi it was just me and, whatever, or one assistant, ganon. But now, we have a spectacular team. And I could say, shout out to my team. They are fantastic. I have more free time to focus on the business, to focus on my family, to focus on myself.
Yeah, there you go.
The teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah.
Ewan ko narinig mo na yung saying na to na make sure na you work on the business, not work in the business.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
So ngayon, what's next
Sugar
for
Blooms?
Nikki Mallari first?
What's next?
Yeah.
Nothing really. I love being a mom. I have 2 small kids. One is 4, one is 18 months. And I just love being at the bakery. Now I'm focusing more on like community service, just like getting out there. I do want to teach at some point, maybe when the kids are older. Before I teach, I want to be sure that I'm teaching something that it's like that's original from me, nothing like that I've copied. So it's gonna take time to do that. Just growing my family, I guess that's it.
How is it na you're a full-time mom, 2 kids, and then you're a full-time owner ng isang
You
business?
don't sleep.
Mukha ba itong hindi natutulog?
You don't sleep at all. No, really, you don't sleep. No, it's a lot of planning and organizing. And like even just scheduling this. I'm free on this day at this time lang.
Kaya nga, I took advantage talaga. No? Okay, Wednesday. Ay,
Yeah.
sabi.
Yeah.
Pero I'm pretty sure you have a really good family na nandyan sa tabi mo
Oh,
para
definitely.
ma-back upan ka sa lahat
100%.
ng diba?
Like, my parents are there to help me out. My in-laws are a huge help to me. If I need someone to like take care of the kids while I work. Yeah. So I'm very lucky to have like a very great support system. Yeah.
Napapansin ko ngayon kasi I've been following your socials, diba? There's a lot of things going on with you. And sabi mo nga kanina, ang rami mong mga community outreach na ginagawa. Ang rami mong racket. Pero ang dami talaga. What's your final dream para sa sarili mo?
For myself?
For yourself.
I just want to be able to, I guess, be the best mom I can be. And then provide my staff with great employment, and then just make great cakes. That's it. That's it.
Yeah, because like yung cakes talaga, it creates memories.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah.
Kaya
it's hard now, especially like, it's getting busier, and it's hard to like balance sometimes. Like, sorry to my husband, I'm like, I don't cook, I don't have time to do everything like that. But he's there. He's always like supportive, and he's always, no, go, I got the kids, or don't worry, I already scheduled the kids with mama. Like, he's very on top of it. So yeah, shout out to him. And he does the laundry.
Oy, baka hindi niya magusto sinasabi mo yan.
It's like, where's my chef coat? I can't find it. It's already hung. It's already ironed. It's already, it's all ready to go.
Ito siguro, last question ko na para sa'yo. If there's anything na kaya mong dalhin dito sa Canada, from PNG, from Philippines, that can complete, or something that you really want, ano yun?
I don't think there's anything. I feel like everything I need is here in Winnipeg.
Wow.
Yeah. Everything and anything that I've ever wanted is here in Winnipeg.
That's good.
Yeah.
So, before we go, any last message? Meron ko bang ipa-plug? Future ng Sugar Blooms?
Sugar Blooms.
May bago ba kayong contest na kailangan namin abangan?
Nothing at the moment. Everything's still a secret, but yeah, yun lang. Coming soon. Stay tuned.
Okay, so abangan natin ang socials nila. And for everyone na nanonood, thank you for tuning in. And hopefully you learned something na sa rami ng challenges na binibigay sa atin. There's always a way para magtagumpay, di ba?
Yeah.
Hindi naman sa atin ibibigay yung mga bagay-bagay kundi ating kakayanin.
That's true. Yeah.
So, thank you sa lahat ng mga nanonood. Thanks for tuning in. And, of course, thank you kay Nikki, kay Nikki Mallari. Again, I want to acknowledge you. I want to acknowledge Sugar Blooms for connecting Canada to the Filipino culture through your cakes, through your sugary treats, and connecting us sa world for cementing the Filipino cakes sa North America. Like what you did. Kasi nothing can take that away from you because you won that award. Na-televise siya sa TV. It's true. It's true, guys. Filipino sweets are the best. And Sugar Blooms are the one made sure na makita to ng lahat ng tao dito sa North America. And I'm pretty sure sa buong mundo. So yeah, so I want to acknowledge you. Thank you for everything. I hope all the best to you.
Thank you.
Sa family mo, sa Sugar Blooms. And hopefully, kaya pa nating i-spread the best cake sa ibang province pa. Di ba?
Yeah.
Sa buong Canada, sa America.
Yeah.
And to everyone that's watching us, thank you very much. We have Nikki Mallari from Sugar Blooms. Thank you.
Thank you.
And this is me, Jan. And kung ready na kayo, kung ready ka na, tara ka na dyan.